Greetings. I am Dr. Kay Eggleston, President of Dallas College Richland Campus and Chair of the Baldrige Foundation's Board of Directors. On behalf of the directors of the Baldrige Foundation, I am honored to present the 2020 and 2021 Foundation Leadership Awards. These distinguished awards are presented annually to recognize the exceptional work of our Baldrige volunteers, practitioners, and champions have accomplished in supporting, promoting, and advocating for the Baldrige community. Traditionally, these awards are presented during a Baldrige Foundation-hosted luncheon at the annual Baldrige Quest for Excellence Conference. In this year of continued pandemic challenge, we gather in a virtual ceremony to present the 2020 and 2021 Baldrige Foundation Leadership Awards and celebrate the distinguished recipients. To begin, it is important that we acknowledge the individuals and organizations that make these annual awards possible. We express sincere appreciation to Dr. Ken Cohen and the Synergy Organization as the founding sponsor of the Harry S. Hertz Leadership Award. We gratefully acknowledge George Taylor and Beyond Feedback for continuing their generous support of these awards for many years. Lori Kirkland, who helped establish and continues to work with the consultant community to fund the Dr. Kurt Ryman Baldrige Scholarship, also deserves our sincere gratitude. There are 4 categories of the Foundation Leadership Awards. The E. David Spong Lifetime Achievement Award recognizes individuals, like the award's namesake, who have performed extraordinary service in creating a positive and lasting legacy within the quality movement and the Baldrige community. This award recognizes the entirety of the recipient's career rather than a singular contribution. Lifetime Achievement Award recipients are credited with changing their world and inspiring others to do the same. For 19 years, Harry Hertz led the Baldrige program as a role model servant leader. The Harry S. Hertz Leadership Award recognizes role model leaders like Harry who have inspired, encouraged, challenged, and empowered others to achieve performance excellence. The Foundation Awards for Leadership Excellence recognize individuals who actively support the Baldrige Foundation and its mission to promote, grow, and fund the Baldrige program in supporting organizational performance excellence throughout the world. Awards are presented to individuals working in each of the Baldrige Award sectors and including cybersecurity. Finally, the Dr. Kurt Ryman Baldrige Scholarship provides an opportunity for graduate students and recent graduates to attend Baldrige Examiner training. This valuable examiner training experience provides them deep exposure to the Baldrige framework and the opportunity to build relationships with experienced members of the Baldrige community. It is our collective hope that they become part of the next generation of Baldrige champions. And now, it is my pleasure to present the Baldrige Foundation Leadership Award winners.
I want to thank the Baldrige Foundation, George Benson, Kay Eggleston, Al Faber, the staff and the board at the foundation for giving me the opportunity to say a few words about the Malcolm Baldrige National Quality Award, and more important, the people in the Baldrige organization and in the Baldrige family who truly are the lifeblood of Baldrige. While this format is absolutely the responsible approach to celebrate during these unpredictable times, I am disappointed that I will not be attending a live Baldrige conference, being inspired by new success stories and seeing old friends. Reflecting on lifetime achievement is frankly quite humbling and a little awkward. My preference would be to use this opportunity and celebrate individuals, members of teams that I have met along the way. First, I want to recognize the team that has provided unwavering support for me at home. My wife, Patty, and children, Christopher, Patrick, Katie, and Kelly. They didn't know a lot about Baldrige, but they knew it was important, and that was enough for them. I will confess there were times that Patty needed to remind me that our family was not on a Baldrige journey. I want to thank the extraordinary team at ProTech Coating Company in Leipzig, Ohio. ProTech associates thrive in a culture of continuous improvement. Baldrige made us better, and all of our stakeholder communities benefited from our commitment to Baldrige. Specifically, I would like to recognize Eric Franks, the consummate Baldrige geek, and Jill Schrader for her inspiration and innovation. Thanks to the team at the Partnership for Excellence, the strong Ohio, Indiana, West Virginia state program. Early in our journey, I was inspired by Dr. Kendall Stewart and Frank Perez, who to this day continue to offer support and encouragement. TPE introduced me to so many lifelong friends, specifically Executive Director Elaine Edgar, Casey Mackert, Margot Hoffman, and the current President and CEO of the Baldrige Foundation, Colonel Al Faber. TPE is measurably improving the quality of life in our 3 states. Thanks to friends in the national Baldrige community, we have learned so much from benchmarking the best. There are so many role model leaders who have led great teams, and at the risk of overlooking great leaders, I would like to thank a few friends who have meant so much to me and the Baldrige community. Terry May, Patty Scriba, John Vineyard, Larry Potterfield, Dr. Glenn Crotty, and Sister Mary Jean Ryan. I'd like to recognize the associates, the team at Blanchard Valley Health System in Findlay, Ohio. Their commitment to Baldrige in providing extraordinary health care to our community. Unquestionably, the Baldrige-inspired focus on quality, safety, and preparedness allowed the organization to tackle the COVID crisis with confidence and competency. Congratulations to Scott Mulaney and Dr. Bill Coase. Finally, I'd like to recognize Dr. Spong. I remember the first time I met David. It was at our state conference, state TPE conference, and I remember it as if it were yesterday. He helped bring clarity to the complicated and inspired us to continue on the journey. I also experienced Team Spong that day, because immediately after receiving the Governor's Award for the state of Ohio, I was approached by David's wife, Valerie, who said to me, "We will see your team on the stage in Washington someday." Now, maybe every organization that experienced Team Spong had that same encounter, but to us, it was extremely personal. I cherish David's continued friendship. To the Baldrige Foundation and the entire Baldrige family, from the bottom of my heart, I say thank you. You have improved the quality of my life. Be excellent and be kind.
Hi, I'm Jane Pope. I'm the CEO at Hill Country Memorial in Fredericksburg, Texas. And I am so honored to be the 2020 winner of the Harry S. Hertz Award. And when I think about this award, I am truly honored and humbled to be the recipient of it. I remember the first time I went to the Quest for Excellence conference, and at the time, Harry was the director of the Baldrige program. And I remember hearing his passion for performance excellence, for ongoing improvement, and for people. And to be selected to win this award in Harry's honor is really, really, truly an honor. And to think about the previous recipients, I am humbled. I was asked to talk about my leadership style. And my leadership style is one of be humble and make heroes out of others. When I think about the Baldrige criteria and think about the workforce and the customer and learning and being collaborative, that really, really resonates with me. And I also think about the heroes that I have the opportunity to work beside and work behind and sometimes work in front of. And that work, and it is my role to make sure that they can be the very best so that we can serve others to the best of our abilities. And the Baldrige criteria really helps us be that, because it helps us focus on what are we doing well and what do we need to do different, brings that outside input in as well. I also think about how we have to work hard. And it is, we all know that serving and leading people requires the very best from us. And it's really work that we cannot sit down on the job with, and that we have to work hard so we can be the best. And what I have to learn is that I have to practice that all the time. And that really it's important that we practice that confidence. And so as I think about my leadership style, and I think about the Baldrige criteria, what I say to every one of my colleagues here is I could not lead a complex organization without the Baldrige criteria, because that helps us focus on what we're doing well, take those best practices, apply it to other things, so internal best practices, so that we can be better for those we serve. And I really encourage all of you to look at the criteria for the Harry S. Hertz Award and think about that Baldrige criteria and think about your personal leadership styles and how you too can apply that criteria. Thank you again. I'm honored. Harry, it is truly, I'm humbled to be the recipient of this award this year.
I wish we could all be in person together today to celebrate this award. It is truly an honor. First and most importantly, I want to thank all the people that made it possible for me to be standing here today. Al Faber and the Foundation for the Malcolm Baldrige National Quality Award, Denise Shields and the California Baldrige Group, David Spong, who is the great role model that raised the bar for all of us and who is honored in the naming of this Lifetime Leadership Achievement Award. And of course, all the people at Stellar Solutions whose actions every day, both large and small, create an award-winning culture that is built to last. And my family, who support me in every way and every day. This award means a lot to me, and I'm humbled to stand before you today in the company of all the great leaders that have come before me in receiving this honor. This honor recognizes the core vision upon which I founded Stellar Solutions, to satisfy customer critical needs while realizing our dream jobs. Baldrige has been the foundation and framework that we use to develop our processes and our metrics from the early days of Stellar Solutions, and has been a living legacy that is extended beyond my tenure as CEO and into the next generation of Stellar leaders, 25 years later. Customers and employees are our most important stakeholders at Stellar Solutions, and the Baldrige framework has helped us advance our commitment to these partners as an ongoing organizational strategy. The lasting impact of Baldrige on our culture and our leadership is evidenced by the continued engagement of our team as thought leaders by industry partners, government agencies, and the Baldrige community. I couldn't be more proud. We are all evangelists as we engage at Baldrige conferences and other non-Baldrige forums about the benefits of the Baldrige framework and how it has helped us have high impact in everything we do at Stellar Solutions. I'm very grateful for this award and the positive impact this incredible Baldrige journey has had on our company. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for this honor and the lasting legacy of Baldrige that inspires us to reach for the stars. Thank you.
Hello, I'm deeply honored to be receiving the E. David Spong Lifetime Achievement Award. I first met David about 15 years ago when he was deeply involved in the Baldrige program. Today, he's just as deeply involved and committed to the program. And so to be receiving an award bearing his name is both very flattering and very humbling. David, I'm going to put this in a prominent place in my office, and I wanted you to know that it's going to give me a great deal of comfort to know that you're always going to be here looking over my shoulder. I've been involved with the Baldrige program in a number of different ways throughout my career. But if I have a claim to fame for lifetime achievement, it's probably most related to being the leader of the only organization to win the Baldrige Award 3 times. Winning the Baldrige Award requires a great deal of collective energy and commitment. The journey is challenging with a lot of disappointment and failure, but the result is rewarding and exhilarating. In retrospect, our first award was an exhausting sprint. It was a long 5-year sprint, but 3 awards have turned into a marathon where we've had to adjust our pace and our expectations. Our ongoing marathon actually began about 10 years before we even knew there was a Baldrige Award. Our small business was growing almost in spite of itself with our recurring mistakes and failures. We went through a 10-year period of sporadic improvement initiatives, including TQM, ISO 9000, Lean. They weren't all successful, and we weren't particularly good at sustaining improvements. But that did prepare us for the start of our Baldrige journey when I became aware of the Baldrige Award in 2002. Now, I don't pretend to be an expert on the criteria, and I'm certainly not going to lecture a bunch of believers about the value and the benefits. But I will say that operationalizing the criteria is a major challenge for any organization. After our first award in 2006, I was asked many times for advice on how to win the Baldrige Award. And that's when I came up with my 3S answer: start, steal, and stick with it. 14 years later, I really haven't improved that answer very much, but I have refined the language to maybe sound a little more Baldrige-like. First S is still start. It takes faith, commitment, courage to start the journey. But if you don't start, you'll never get there. The second S is probably better stated as sharing, like sharing best practices and learning. Learning from others is a key part of the Baldrige philosophy. The last S is become sustain, which requires strength and perseverance and leadership. I've been very blessed over the years to meet great leaders who have influenced me significantly over the years. Some of them aren't even aware of the impact they've had on my life. Just to name a few from the Baldrige community. David Smith, who inspired me early on. Matt McGuire, Sister Mary Jean, and my good friend, Paul Worstel. So thank you, along with all the others, for the inspiration, the encouragement, the coaching, the mentorship. I'd also like to thank Al Faber and all the folks at the Baldrige Foundation. While I appreciate the award, my thanks are primarily for your tireless efforts and commitment in promoting and securing the future of the Baldrige program. When we were going through our most recent site visit, one of the questions I was asked was, what are you most proud of? That's an easy answer, and it's probably every organization's most common answer: our people. But as I thought about it later, I've come up with a better answer. What I am most proud of is our team. While the word team includes our people, it also adds the dimension of working together toward a common goal. I've been blessed to work with a group of people that I would describe as regular, ordinary folks, including myself. But working together, we've been able to achieve something very extraordinary. And for that, I'll be eternally grateful to them. So thank you to the Mesa team for putting me in this place today. And finally, I'd like to thank my family, particularly my wife, Pat, for supporting and putting up with me for all these years. I can get a little too focused at times, and they worked hard to keep me properly balanced. Thank you very much, and have a great day.
First, let me begin by offering my sincere thanks to the Baldrige Foundation for this wonderful recognition. I accept this award on behalf of our 13,000 associates, 2,500 physician partners, and our board of directors at Methodist Laborna Healthcare. All of them dedicated themselves every day to our institutional mission of improving every life we touch. It has been said that there is no general without an army. In the same way, our leaders and our people have made this award possible. I thank them individually and collectively for it. I also want to thank Dr. Harry Hertz, after whom this award is named, for his tireless dedication and support of performance excellence based on the principles of the Baldrige framework. I am deeply honored and humbled to follow Dr. Hertz and the 8 outstanding leaders who have received this award before me. It was just 22 years ago, while working on my doctorate in healthcare administration, that I was first introduced to Baldrige. My interest was piqued because of President Clinton's announcement in 1999 that healthcare organizations would be allowed to compete for the Foundation's National Quality Award. Up until then, healthcare organizations were only allowed to participate at the state quality award level. In the decades since, the Baldrige criteria for performance excellence has been a significant tool used by thousands of organizations across the United States to assess and improve performance on the critical factors that drive their overall success. As a doctoral student, I embarked on a research designed to examine the association between winning state quality awards that are patterned after the Baldrige Award and the performance of hospitals and health systems. As a result of that work, I became a state examiner and devoted most of my years as a strategic planner using the Baldrige framework to drive organizational results. Our quality journey here at Methodist Laborna Healthcare started in 2013. We were determined to actualize our mission and vision to be a national leader in providing high-quality, cost-effective, patient and family-centered care. To achieve such a stretch goal will require us to do things differently. Based on my experience, I was convinced that what we needed was a Baldrige Performance Excellence Framework. The Baldrige Framework is a proven, powerful, and transformative performance system that has enabled organizations to achieve greatness by benchmarking against the best. I realized that exposing our leaders and associates to the concept and encouraging them to train would be the fastest way to create a critical mass of leaders to embark on this journey. Our first approach was to encourage more than 40 leaders and associates to train with the Tennessee Center for Performance Excellence, our state affiliate of the Baldrige program. Our trained associates volunteered more than 6,000 hours covering 63 review cycles. In addition, we created an operational efficiency leadership course taught by our organizational effectiveness team, which is built on the same Baldrige framework. With that foundation in hand, we launched a number of initiatives, including pursuing a goal of zero harm to patients, becoming a high reliability organization, achieving ISO 9001 certification, and improving our operational efficiency. Within 4 years, we transitioned from leapfrog hospital safety grades of C to A at nearly every hospital in our network. We reduced the number of post-procedural complications, transitioning from worse than average results to top 10%. We significantly reduced the number of hospital onset infections, and we engaged our associates at all levels to help control healthcare costs. By identifying nearly $40 million in ideas for increased efficiency in improving high-quality care. Those innovative associates also shared close to $1 million in appreciation of their suggestions. Also, we improved our associate engagements, going from 60th percentile to top decile over the last 6 years. The instrumental work and unwavering commitment of our associates and leaders cannot be recognized enough for making these accomplishments possible. I would like to single out our Vice President of Process Improvement and Innovation, Paula Jacobs, a tireless advocate of quality and process improvement. Paula worked with me as we transformed our organization using the Baldrige framework. Again, I want to thank you, Al, and the Baldrige Foundation for this great honor. Thank you.
We trust you find these exceptional examples of role model leadership as inspiring as we do. And we encourage you to help us identify the next class of role model leaders for the 2022 Foundation Leadership Awards. The nomination window is open, and you can obtain information about the awards and how to nominate leaders on the Foundation website, in social media posts, and in Foundation emails. The video of today's awards presentation is permanently available on the Foundation's website and on its YouTube channel. We again thank those individuals and organizations who continue to make this awards recognition possible. We also salute all the award-winning role model leaders who endeavor every day to use Baldrige to make the world a better place for us all. My best wishes to each of you in your continued performance excellence journey.